This is where I grew up. This is home. Growing up, we didn't have a whole lot. Sometimes we struggled. But we knew that if you worked hard, you could get ahead. You could have a better future.
It isn't often that a carpenter's daughter gets elected to the U.S. Senate, but she knows the struggles of Maine families.
I think it's those middle-class values that make Shenna who she is. A fighter, a hard worker.
Shenna has had just about every job you could imagine and started working young.
Now, working hard might mean working to get food on the table or working hard to get laws passed in our democracy. Hard work she has never shied away from.
Hardworking Mainers all across the state tell me they're struggling right now. They want to know why Washington seems more concerned with reading our private emails than creating jobs. Seniors want to know why politicians are shutting down the government instead of making sure they get their Social Security checks. Women want to know why Washington is attacking our reproductive freedoms instead of funding public education for our kids.
She has always been an advocate and a fighter for the little guy.
When you look at her record on economic justice, NSA spying,
Real ID, reproductive health,
marriage equality and voting rights, on and on and on, you see that she has been a voice for some of us who don't always feel like we have one.
A lot of families are struggling, and Washington is not listening to us. They don't hear us.
In the past 2 decades, Washington has manufactured an economic crisis, an environmental crisis, and a constitutional crisis that threaten our country's future. No one in Washington is standing up for the people who are hurting.
To be an effective leader, you have to actually lead. Not just wait and see which way the wind is blowing, but actually lead. And Shenna does that.
She's not a politician. She stands up for people because it's right, not because it's on the front page of the newspaper.
Frankly, I think she wins because she doesn't handle things like a politician who's been playing games for the last 20 years.
There's a better way. Washington doesn't have to be broken. Maine families don't have to be struggling. We can change things. Maine needs a senator with the courage to lead.